with his very soul, but you just would have done it differently.
No, I disagree. I would have run the ball in that situation. But again, this is who Bruce Arians is. And by the way, that's worked pretty well, hasn't it?
So having said that, I think this goes to the letter of why people want to play for Bruce. And this is an important lesson for anybody that's a manager. This is bigger than football here. Listen to the...
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Morning Glory. My name is Eddie Law. Nice little... Still, 43 degrees ain't that bad. It's been 30 in the mid-30s here. Of course, I shouldn't be bitching. Everywhere East Coast is negative some shit, so can't complain. Of course, if you've never been on this show or never watched the show before, it's basically whatever the hell's on my mind in the morning. I just let it out on the internet because fuck it. I don't give a shit. What was it? I was watching Steph Curry and LeBron James go at it yesterday. Cavaliers versus Warriors. Warriors beat the shit out of the Cavs in an embarrassing way. And I think at some point Steph Curry tripped up LeBron and then LeBron shoved Steph Curry to the ground. It got pretty crazy. It got chippy. And then the Warriors blew out the Cavs at home, which is not the way you want to do it. If you're going to lose the game, you don't want to get blown out at home. That's the worst. Ask the Philadelphia 76ers. That's the tallest bike ever. The fuck? That guy must have been tall as shit. So yeah, it was I guess shitty way to lose. Well, it is a shitty way to lose. No one ever wants to lose, but that's an extra shitty way to lose, to get shoved down on your home court and then get beat out, blown out by 30 or 20, 30 points, whatever it was. But that's what you do that's what happens against the Warriors. I mean, Steph Curry had like 7 threes last I looked, and I stopped watching the game at like, mid fourth quarter. But it's hard to stop a guy who's that good, like Steph Curry. I remember Steph Curry early in his career was plagued by ankle injuries and all that. People were saying he was going to be, garbage. Yeah, it turns out he's not. He's MVP, and then Finals MVP, and the dude just kills it. So can't hate it all on the guy. As far as MMA stuff goes, the conversation all of yesterday, for the most part, actually, was Faber and Cruz. Is Faber going to fight Cruz? TJ Dillashaw going to get a rematch? I'd rather see TJ Dillashaw against Uriah Faber, and then the winner of that get a title shot. And then we'll probably get a TJ Dillashaw rematch, just for the fact that TJ could more than likely, beat the shit out of Uriah Faber, I think. I don't think he'll let Faber get on his back. I don't think he'll let Faber take him down. I think he'll be too quick for him, but it'll be interesting to see if that even happens. Depending on what the UFC thinks. Of course, you got to understand the UFC only cares about money fights. They don't give two shits about what's fair, what's right, what should be done, what makes sense. It's like, what's going to get us the most money? All right, make that fight. Which I still argue is not RDA Conor McGregor. It's Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz, or whatever. I just want to see. I just want to see the lead up to that fight. Just the trash talk left and right will be hilarious. And then you can't trash talk either guy and get in their heads. There's no way you're going to get into McGregor's head. You're not going to get into Nate Diaz's head. So that'd be fun to watch. Even though McGregor more than likely beats Nate Diaz, but I don't care. I just want to see the fight. I just want to see the lead up and then the fight. Announced during the card on Saturday was Jędrzejczyk versus Gadelha. And that's going to be the night before UFC 197. No, UFC 200. The night before UFC 200. And on a tough finale, I want to say it's going to be bantamweight women on the tough show and men, but I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, they haven't announced. They announced it. I missed it. All I heard was they announced the coaches, which means filming is going to start sometime, and then they need 6 weeks, and then some time to promo the fight a little more. I'm not sure. Probably we're going to start filming pretty soon. But those tough shows have been so awful. I'm not gonna watch this one either, so I don't care. The other thing went on. What was I thinking? Shit. This Vanderlei Silva thing's interesting because from what I've heard, and obviously this is from Jesse yesterday telling me that because he's close, he knows some people. So from what he's heard, and I've heard from other people too, and then from him, is that Vanderlei Silva hasn't really been training that much. So I don't think he's trying to, because here's the thing. So if you missed it, Vanderlei Silva got released from the UFC out of his contract for after he apologized for all the shit he said. So if you don't remember, Silva said that the UFC had fixed fights and all this other shit, and that he has proof and he can prove it and all this other stuff, which I thought was hilarious. I don't think he can prove it. I don't think he has any proof of that, but Vanderlei Silva got very emotional, you know, and especially after he got banned for life by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. So he was just saying whatever the hell he wanted. So, I mean, it's understandable. The guy's an emotional guy. You see him fight, he fights emotional. It's just who he is to the core. So he apologized. Yeah. He apologized for what he said. The UFC cut him. Let him go. It's like, hey, go do your thing. If you remember, Bellator tried to hire him to do appearances for him, to do promotion for them. And the UFC, you know, nixed that real quick by saying, hey, you have a contract with us, you can't do that shit. And so, you know, Vanderlei was forced to not do it, and then finally got cut. So now the question is he going to fight? I don't know, because he hasn't been training. It doesn't look like he's going to fight because he hasn't been training at all. Of course, Vanderlei's crazy enough to do something like take a fight with Fedor and then try to, you know, train for 6 weeks and try to be ready. But I think he's going to just try to do appearances and stuff and get paid for that with Bellator or with Ryzen or whoever. So those hoping the Vanderlei's going to come back and fight, I think it's a slim chance. I could be completely wrong. You never know. I mean, I'm probably wrong. Vanderlei Silva's crazy. He'll probably fight, but not in America. I'll tell you that. It won't be in the United States at all. The State Athletic Commission was not very nice to his attorney. They were, you know, Pat Lombard was kind of upset that Vanderlei's not showing up to those meetings. That he's just sending his attorney, which is his right, by the way, to just send his representation. He doesn't have to show up if he doesn't want to. But they set the rehearing once again, pushed it back one more time. It's the third time they do it, to February. So we're not going to find anything out about his I guess fight status in the U.S. until February. And even then, I think he's going to be suspended for a while longer. Yeah, so we're probably not going to see him fighting in the U.S. anymore. As far as Nick Diaz, though, they agreed to that settlement real quick. But the thing that pissed me off is they didn't admit any wrongdoing. They didn't apologize for anything. They, in fact, forced Nick Diaz, as part of the settlement, to admit that using the Fifth Amendment was wrong. Now, why do they do that? Because they don't want other fighters doing it, right? It's setting a precedent of sorts of saying, look, I used the Fifth Amendment and the whole thing, and it was wrong. I shouldn't have done that, blah, 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 whatever the fuck. And it's bullshit. Okay, it's complete bullshit. I hope another fighter does it. It makes Pat Lombard look really stupid again. Oh shit, hold up. This shit just dropped. 1 second. This is what happens when you do this shit in your truck. There we go. I'm in mad traffic right now, so we're good. It's gonna fucking be a while to get to work. That's what happens when everyone moves to Arizona from the East Coast and from California. I don't know why Californians move here. That's stupid. California's the dumbasses for moving here. They're in like the best weather state ever. And then they move to Arizona. Fuck faces. And they bring their shitty driving over here. Because for sure there's some accident up here. For sure. This is all, whatever. Anyway. So the Nick Diaz settlement, 18 months, $100,000. $100,000 fine is awful. This is stupid. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, hang on 1 second. This is what happens. Hold up. Let's try this one more time. If it doesn't happen this time, fuck it. We're moving on. Oh, fuck. Alright. Wow, there's some assholes on the road today. Here we go. There we go, right here. Anyway. See if it falls one more time, I'm ending the shit for the day. Just a sign of things to come for the rest of the day, I'm assuming. It's gonna suck. So yeah, I shouldn't have to pay any fine and shouldn't have any suspension, but 18 months from the fight, that's January 31st of last year. So August, he'll be available. August 1st, he'll be available to fight. He won't make UFC 200, but I argue, make him the headliner at UFC 209. How perfect is that? There's no other way you could do it. I mean, there's no better way. Now, it sounds a little gimmicky, fine. But UFC 209, you kidding me? Nick Diaz versus whoever the fuck? Whoa, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. Make it a big fight, UFC 209 in California. You're going to get a ridiculous crowd. A ridiculous crowd to show up. gonna get crazy. Okay. Other stuff going down. Well, this weekend, World Series of Fighting has an event. Ted Holder against some dude. Ted Holder, mind you, just lost a title fight to David Branch. And David Branch is a 2 title holder in World Series of Fighting. Ted Holder just lost that fight. Ted Holder's only known for knocking out Thiago Silva. So, it's not a big event at all. So if you're just sitting around at home on Friday and you want to watch some MMA, go for it. Otherwise, NFL 2 games this weekend. Sunday, I think both of them, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. The morning game, or the early game, not morning, the early game. Wow, this guy's a prick. Denver versus New England. Or New England at Denver. And then the afternoon game, Arizona. Sure. Arizona at Carolina. Both tough games. The New England game, or the Broncos-Pats game, I'm pretty sure the Pats are going to win. It'll be close, I think. It'll be closer than people think, but I think New England wins it. I think if the Broncos pull it off, it'll be some kind of upset. The Carolina-Arizona game is a lot closer. Carolina's a very strong offense, or power offense. They call it the wishbone. And it's, there's a giant dude in Cam Newton running that bitch, and so it's really hard to beat, and really it's kind of tough to defend. And so the Cardinals have a big task in stopping that offense this weekend. Meanwhile, the Carolina Panthers got to stop Carson Palmer and Larry Fitzgerald and those guys. We have I can't think of a better wide receiving core in the NFL right now. So with the quarterback, a former Heisman Trophy winner, and a guy that's resurrected his career in Carson Palmer. So that's I don't know. I'm excited for those games. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. This is so weird. People are driving through the rocks and through the landscape to get off the freeway because apparently it's that bad for them. So, all right, you guys have a good one. Remember, we're one day closer to death, so make every second count. Fuck you, stupid fucking thing. I'm gonna have to buy a new one. Hold up, we still live? Oh, we still live? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to figure this out because this motherfucker won't stay up. All right. See ya.